Hey everyone, Mike with the Mega Multi-Mic here, and I got a very special guest with me today for my second interview episode. So my good friend Austin Payton, we've actually known each other since high school. Today, on today's episode, what we're going to do is he's going to walk me through taste testing beers, and then we're going to come up with guitar riffs that match the flavors of those beers. Alright, so stay tuned guys. Alright, so again, for all of you watching this on YouTube, thanks for watching. For those of you on social media like Facebook and Instagram, follow the YouTube channel. There's a lot of great stuff coming out soon. And like I said, I have a very good friend of mine, Austin Payton. We've known each other since high school, and it's been like, what, 15 years that since we last saw each other?
I think 16 actually.
16, yeah, it's been a while, guys. And so one of the cool things, as you know, with the Mega Multi-Mic, the whole concept of the Mega Multi-Mic is having multiple businesses, multiple ventures, and still be passionate about your hobbies. And one of the things I always encourage my viewers and followers is, if you have something that you're passionate about, even if it's a hobby, why not turn it into a business, right? Make some money while you're having fun and do what you enjoy doing, right? So part of my interview series is I'm talking to people who have a passion outside of their normal line of work, whether it's a business or whether they're successful at industry. And in this particular situation, this is kind of fun for me because, as you guys know, I'm a metalhead, right? I like heavy metal music, I like hard rock. I'm a fan of all kinds of music, but as you can see, we are equipped with electric guitars. And Austin here happens to be somewhat of an expert on beers and beer tasting. So what we are going to do in today's episode, which I think is pretty fun, and to give full credit where it's owed, it was Austin's idea to try out beers of different kinds and kind of just learn about their, taste, textures. I don't know. You're going to walk me through this stuff. I don't know anything about beers, right? But we're going to try these different beers, and then we're going to come up with guitar riffs to match what that beer would sound like if it were a guitar riff. So, Austin, tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got into beers, and what it is you do.
Well, it's actually a funny story. I got into beers through K-pop, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
K-pop.
It'll make. It sounds like it doesn't make sense, but I found a Korean rice wine recipe.
Okay.
And I was just researching, K-pop. I really wanted to go to South Korea for years, and I remember somebody told me about how he brewed sake. And I was like, oh, it's really easy. You just put a bunch of rice in a bag, and then you let it go bad, and then you drink it. I'm like, okay. Sounds easy. Rice is cheap.
So was that your first dabble in home brewing?
Yeah, making Korean makgeolli, which is just kind of basically farmer's cider over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And obviously you know how to play guitar. How did you get into music and guitar playing? Is that interesting, equally interesting story?
Actually, it was my mother that got me into playing guitar.
Yeah?
She taught me my first G chord, and I was like hooked. I was like, what else can I do with this? It's like, I made a noise, and it doesn't sound like something that just sounds like when I first picked up a guitar, I was like 5 or 6, and I was like, oh, that's fun. But my mother showed me this. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, it actually sounds good. All right. So you have he got here a little earlier. We've kind of already prepped, and we went and shopped for a couple of beers that mostly Austin decided to pick out, and we do have one that's really interesting. I'm kind of scared to try it, but we're going to do it anyway. So what's first? What's the first beer that we're going to try? We have one right here. Right?
We have one right here. Should we just should we get the really, really crazy one, or should we do this one first?
Well, this one's already out. Let's try it.
Let's try it.
Let's try it. So what's this one?
This one is a local legend sweet stout.
Sweet stout. Okay, so I don't know what that means, but we're going to try it anyway.
All right. So a sweet stout is basically it's an English style stout, and most people when they think of stout, it's like Guinness.
Okay, yeah.
And
that's what I drank for a while when I was first starting to Well, I said I was into beers, but I really wasn't. But honestly, I think funny story is with Guinness, like I just like randomly picked off of the drink menu. Like I said, okay, I'm gonna try to be cool and drink a beer, and I'm gonna like sound like I know what I'm doing. So I just like looked up and I was like, Guinness, yeah, that's I'm gonna be a Guinness guy. That's what it is, and that's what I started. That's what I was drinking for a while before I tried other things. But all right, so
It's a good choice. Guinness is a great.
so
It's a great
Guinness
beer.
is a stout, and you were explaining what a stout is.
So a stout is a beer that uses malt that has been kilned like so heavily that it actually is black, and it
Okay.
uses some of that, and that's what gives it like that dark coffee, chocolatey kind of flavor.
Okay.
And there's so many different styles of stouts. Like a Guinness is actually a pretty light stout. It's just it's very drinkable. It looks really thick, but it's actually really light.
Okay.
And this is not that.
It's the opposite of that.
So
It's basically tar.
on the other end of the spectrum, you have sweet tar.
Yeah.
So this is actually a stout that has a little bit of lactose, which is sugar from milk injected into it, and it gives it a little of that sweet kind of mouthfeel you get from milk.
Okay.
So yeah,
I'm intrigued. Let's try it.
let's try it.
Okay.
Prost.
It would really suck if we opened a beer and it starts to spill out all over my carpet. Okay. I'm not sure if I like that look.
No, it was just it made me laugh, and I almost spilled beer on your carpet.
Okay. That's actually not that bad.
Yeah.
It's pretty smooth, actually.
It's kind of like a
Well,
Guinness.
it also does advertise the smooth milk stout. So, so I guess that's kind of a no-brainer, right?
Yeah. A little less
So-
charcoaly, a little more smooth.
So what are we tasting there? Like, what flavors are you picking out? Like, for the uneducated like myself, like what should I know? Like, what are you picking out automatically?
You know, honestly, I think the coolest part about doing this too is that like
It doesn't matter.
none of this matters. We're just drinking for fun, holding guitars in our hands, right?
Yeah, we do this every day anyway.
Well, the coolest part is that like the spectrum for beer is so wide. Like someone can drink a 5-star, 100% review beer and just be like, yeah, I don't like this, and it's very
Yeah.
valid. It's a very valid opinion. It's not like you go to like some
And everybody's
5-star
palate's
restaurants.
different too. So
Yeah.
like, one thing some critic says is great may not resonate with someone else. Yeah, totally.
Exactly. So it's like, well, and that's one that makes the coolest parts about beer is that we could be tasting two completely different things. And well, with this, I pick up a lot of chocolate, but smooth, a lot of smooth chocolate.
Right.
And there's that like you can kind of taste that like I just drank a glass of milk in the back of your throat. That's the lactose.
Yeah. Actually, drinking it is like, it's kind of like the, I guess like vanilla Coke. You know how, like it feels a little more richer than like the regular Coke, and that's kind of how that feels. And I think that's part of the chocolate too, if I'm not mistaken.
It is, yeah. They probably use a lot of chocolate malt in this, but not very much. But not very much roasted malt. It's just like
Okay.
lightly roasted. But they just want to accentuate a lot of maltiness. I think I'll try one more sip. It's like, let's see how the flavor changes with the second one.
Yeah, actually, you can taste the chocolate a little bit more.
I taste cherry Coke now.
No, I can. You can taste the chocolate. I think once it's like aired, there's some oxygen in there. I think it's you can taste those flavors a little bit more. Interesting.
Definitely. Are you feeling any
So-
guitar riffs from that, or?
I don't know, man. Like, it's it's not really. I mean, like I say, guys, like I'm a metal guy, and I'm thinking in terms of like the spectrum of metal. Like this would fall more on like the hard rock side of things.
Yeah.
Like I feel this could definitely be like bluesy, like more bluesy hard rock. Like I don't know. trying to think of a riff that might go with something like that. It's like, even though it's a dark drink, it's not like, it wouldn't go well with a dark guitar tone or sound.
I'm hearing Queen when I drink it.
Yeah, it's like happy,
Yeah.
almost.
Happy rockin'.
Yeah, yeah. So, like, do you have a riff in mind, like something that comes?
It's kind of hard.
Yeah.
It's kind of that's kind of a lazy riff, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see if I got something here. It's like
Take it away.
I'm not hearing it. What just happened?
Technical difficulties.
I turned the volume down.
See if you got
There we go. There's some audio.
If I play with you there? I think I got local legend sweet stuff. That's what I think of. I think that covers that sweet stout. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's pretty sweet.
All right.
All right, let's go on to the next beer that we're going to try. Okay, so our next beer is what? What are we going to be looking at?
This is something we both went to the store and looked at and said, "What?"
Yeah, s'mores. This is a, I'm assuming a s'mores flavored beer. I'm not entirely sure. Like it does say, okay, so it's an imperial stout. So this is another stout. And it says it is brewed with graham crackers, chocolate, and marshmallows. I guess one of the only other things that kind of offsets that as possibly a good thing is that it has 9.2% alcohol. So this could either be absolutely amazing or incredibly terrible. So let's try it out.
That's what we're here to find out.
All right. Okay, let's
Yeah.
try this.
Picture tells 1,000 words. Your expression just told so much more than that. Should I be scared of this?
I don't know yet. It's interesting.
Oh my god, just the smell of it. Wow.
It actually tastes like s'mores.
It smells like drunk s'mores.
Right, yeah. I guess the better way to describe it is if you ate a bunch of s'mores and then threw it up. That's what that would taste like.
Okay, wow.
Except it's a beer.
Jeez.
That's really dark.
It is a spiller too. It just spills everywhere.
Sophie.
Would you like some more?
Sure, why not? Yeah, that's just, I would not drink this regularly.
Oh, man, it has a weird bitter aftertaste.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really bitter. If you noticed, I switched out guitars real quick. So I'm on a Geo Ibanez 7-string. Nothing fancy. This is like the entry level guitar for 7-string guitars. But let's see. I was kind of anticipating this particular beer would be dark. I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking like as far as guitar riffs go, like this is definitely something black metal for sure.
I think I need one more sip to really get the
I know,
feel
it's
of
like-
it. Yeah.
it's just weird. It's different. It's different, you know.
I feel like someone loves s'mores so much that they
Yeah.
they're like, I love it. And this beer's might not be right, but it's got s'mores in it.
Yeah, definitely. Also, I think a possible alternative explanation for how this came to be, maybe it was a passion project. Someone really loved beer and really loved s'mores and thought it would be a good idea to combine them.
Or we're thinking of riffs. Can I tell you a funny story about that,
Sure.
actually?
Sure.
So there's one guy that I met. I forget the name of the brewery, but he loves ramen noodles so much he put like 1,000 packets into a boil because
Okay.
like part of the brewing process is that you get to like this boiling stage where you actually boil the liquid, and you just like 20 minutes is like just open up packets, threw it all in there. It was actually delicious, by the way. It actually wasn't as bad as it sounded, but just a
Okay.
hint of ramen noodle at the very back of the beer.
And a lot of sodium. Okay, all right. So
You feel a riff coming on?
maybe. You got something?
Maybe.
Yeah, metal. Yeah, that's what that beer sounds like.
Definitely. Just dark and disgusting, but a little sweet.
Yeah. It's nicer than it should be. All right, so for our next beer, I just pulled this out of the little ice chest that I currently have my foot on. And it's totally at random, and we also picked it totally at random. What do we got, Austin?
We got brewed and canned by Martin House Brewing Company in Fort Worth. Reverie.
Reverie. Now, this
Pomegranate
one's
sour.
interesting because it's a sour beer. It's a pomegranate sour. I've never had a sour beer, so I don't know what to expect. I'm assuming it's sour, but what should I expect?
I've never had a pomegranate beer, some kind of, you know.
Okay, we're in the same boat, guys.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, let's try it out.
Let's do it.
And in case you have good eyes and you notice, I switched back to my original guitar, which, by the way, is a Babylon. And I have no idea what model number this is. Apparently, this company is from Mexico. From what I understand, it's like the Ibanez from Mexico. And they don't make these guitars anymore. So I have no idea, no specs on this guitar at all. But I do like the way it sounds, and I've had it for like 15 years. And I got it out again because it has a whammy bar. And I'm thinking this might be a whammy type of beer. That is different. It's like stale Gatorade.
Well, I'm kind of scared now.
I mean, it's not bad.
Oof. So sours use a certain kind of bacteria that only affect the certain type of, these certain kind of grains. Because when you say bacteria, it's like, oh, is it infected?
It's dirty.
It is. Yeah.
Real dirty, guys. What are you drinking?
Drinking infection.
Yeah, I see you guys watching this.
But basically, the culture makes it. It lowers the pH.
Okay.
So it just basically, which is like lemon juice, it's a really low pH, or certain really sour foods. So that's why it becomes really sour, basically. So.
Okay. Fun facts. Didn't know that.
That's really good.
Like I said, it's not bad. It's just different.
Oh wow, that is shoegazy. I can taste slow dive in here. Sours are also an acquired taste too, though. You taste something that's sour and you think, "Oh, this has gone bad," but you taste it a couple times, you're like, "Oh, okay, it's like it's like lemon juice or something like that." It's just so different.
Yeah.
Would you like to try one more time?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I mean, pomegranate. Like, why would you choose pomegranate?
It's definitely an interesting choice.
Yeah, now that it's been open, it has a fuller taste. Because the initial one, it was like I said, it was like a stale Gatorade. Like, I guess maybe if you mixed like watered down Sprite with Gatorade, that's what it tasted like when I first drank it. But yeah, it's a little different now. It's a little more full.
I feel like there's a joke in there somewhere. I just don't know what it is.
I mean, you can actually taste the pomegranate in it.
Yeah. I was kind of scared, but now I feel very comfortable.
All right, you got any riffs on that one?
Yeah. Let me see. Definitely something spacey, right?
Yeah. For sure.
Do you think that kind of covered the feel of it, or?
For sure.
Sure. Yeah. Spacey and fruity.
Spacey and fruity. All right, so we're going to move on to the next beer, and we have our guest here, Sophie, my little dog. She's the business Sophie. So, good girl. All right, next beer. What do we got?
Well, we got San Antonio beer right here.
Okay,
in San Antonio.
local favorite.
Ranger,
Well, I don't know if it's a favorite, but it is local.
Ranger Creek Lovestruck Hef.
All right,
So a Hefeweizen is basically like a wheat beer.
a wheat beer. Okay.
Hef, yeah. So or they just call them Hefs for short.
Okay.
And like traditionally, beers made with barley, and wheat beers have a portion, depending on the beer, that's actually wheat, and it gives it like this hazy kind of like just this different kind of flavor. That's very hard to describe. You just kind of gotta drink it, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, you learn something new every day. I mean, first of all, I don't know that much about beers anyway, so I'm learning a whole bunch. So let's go ahead and try this one out. Lovestruck. Trying not to spill everywhere.
Yeah, it's more beer, still kind of.
This is actually a pretty light beer. This is something that you could probably like drink at the barbecue very easy, very fast. It's good. I like it. I like that one.
Yeah, it's very woodsy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm actually not much of a fan of Hefeweizens. I just think like the flavor just really, it's very bready, I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah. And but this is a really good one though. It's really just just has like this really kind of wet, earthy kind of flavor to it, doesn't
Yeah, and
it?
it's just it's light. Like it's easy to drink. Like I don't know how else to describe it.
Yeah, that flavor that wheat beers have, it's so hard to describe, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm not sure how to put it into words, which is a great segue for how do we put it into guitar.
All right. I think I got a little bit of a riff.
Okay, what do you got?
At the picnic.
I'm also thinking more of like a...
You know, that was pretty good.
Very bluesy.
Yeah, for sure.
That's definitely a South Texas beer.
Definitely.
All right. So for our next beer, we're gonna pull one out of this. Got this fun little guy.
Another Hefeweizen.
Another Hefeweizen.
Cool. This is great. We
A
get to
wheat
compare them now.
Okay, so here, open that one up. Let me put this stuff away.
So this is a Flensburger Weizen. I already opened up the top, but you can still see it right there.
Okay.
And I believe, Middleton, Maine.
Maine.
Yeah.
Okay.
A Maine Weizen.
Okay, so here we go.
So it should be similar to that one, but you know.
It's not as light. That's
Really?
For sure. Yeah.
Huh.
I think this tastes more like the like a typical common beer. Like it's not. It doesn't feel like taste like there's anything like extra special with it. But it is. I mean, as far as beers go, it is pretty light still, but not as light as the one we just tried.
Huh.
Here.
Let's give it a shot. It smells like there's almost nothing there. It's interesting. Oh, you know what? This is actually a really good point, actually. See, I think that, so one point is that I think this one's more of an American type of wheat beer, and this one tastes a lot more like a German wheat beer. Do you taste like banana a little bit in there?
I guess.
A little bit?
Maybe. I have to try it again. Okay. No, I'm not tasting banana.
No banana. I get a little bit of banana and clove, a little bit of spice in there.
Okay. Spice I can pick up, yeah.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, that's yeah. That's actually really really
okay.
interesting timing. You
okay.
pulled those two right between each other because it probably would have ruined the palate if we chose something between it.
Okay, well, see, there you go.
So.
Totally by luck. Did not plan that at all.
So you sort of like better the American or the German Weizen?
I don't know. I mean, the American one definitely is like South Texas barbecue type of beer.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm kind of leaning towards that one.
Yeah. I like them both equally. They're just both really good, I think.
Yeah. Well, before we go any further, I think it is appropriate that I bring down my hair.
All right, let's do it.
Because I can't believe I've gotten this far already into this episode while playing guitar and not letting my hair down. Okay, so let's do this the right way, huh? Okay. Pick pick. Okay.
Lead away.
Lead the way. All right.
I feel like this is the kind of beer Tenacious D would drink.
Yeah. Tenacious D. Okay. What would Tenacious D play?
I don't know what I'm doing. There we go.
Cool.
Cool.
All right. Got to move on to the next one. Next beer.
Calgas and Jack, if you're watching this, we hope you think we're awesome.
We got a Shiner. It's a double IPA. So, thoughts? What's an IPA?
So an IPA stands for India Pale Ale.
Okay.
I mean, there's actually some speculation on the origin of an IPA, but basically what they mean right now is that they're just a really, really hoppy beer.
Okay.
Like
Hoppy.
Like some beers, like all beers have like a little bit of hops to balance out the the maltiness and the sweetness. So, but IPAs have like just gushes and gushes of hops, and they can go anywhere from really bitter to really floral to really resiny to really like all these flavors that that hops bring out.
Okay.
So I actually haven't had this one before. So
And Shiner's a Texas native, so
Texas native beer.
let's try it. I'm gonna pull up my handy dandy Batman bottle opener.
Nice.
All right, let's try this baby out. That is hoppy, but I'm tasting like pineapple.
Really? Let's see what's in here.
Or orange. It might be orange.
Huh. Featuring centennial hops, flaked oats, earthy, floral, and citrus with a velvety finish. Oh, piney, yeah. So like hops usually nowadays there's just an amazing variety of flavoring of hops, but generally you get either something that's floral and flowery, or you get something that's on the other end like very piney and grapefruity. And usually in between you have maybe orange or citrus or that kind of stuff. So that's the kind of bittering flavors.
The taste I'm getting is like the grapefruit, pineapple-ish kind of thing.
It's like I'll take my beer with just like a grapefruit to the face, please. That's what some IPAs taste like.
Yeah, someone thought this was a great idea. I mean, apparently it is because people buy it.
Yeah.
I mean, we bought it, right?
Do you like it? You're kind of new to IPAs too, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's all right. I would drink it. You know, again, this is like something you would sit around the barbecue or the campfire and drink.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. It's not a bad IPA actually. It's pretty good. We probably should have gotten like an arrogant bastard for control maybe next time though, 'cause that's just like, oh my god, you know, just resting bitter.
I've had some really hoppy ones. Actually, the one that comes to mind was Hopadillo.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And I actually don't like that one. I think that one's like too hoppy. At least from my limited experience, that's what I feel. But how would this sound if it were a guitar riff?
It's thinking the same thing.
I think that about sums it up.
Yeah. Definitely tasted like it.
Okay.
It's kind of bouncy. It's like, it's kind of bouncy but kind of punchy at the same
yeah.
time. Yeah, yeah.
All right, I think we're down to our last beer.
Oh, we are, aren't we? And we got a good variety of beer here, that's for sure.
Here, this is one you actually recommended, so
Oh yeah.
we'll split one. I got one for you, one for me.
So we got here a New Belgium Voodoo Ranger.
Voodoo Ranger. I'm not sure if that's dangerous or safe. It's a little bit of both, I guess.
Yeah, it doesn't really say much about it. It just says Juicy Haze IPA. Packed with bright tropical aromas and brilliant citrusy flavors, this unfiltered IPA wraps up with a pleasantly smooth finish. Ooh, can you smell that? That just smells juicy, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's a little thicker.
it's like a milkshake almost.
Mhm.
That's psychedelic. I can already taste the riff. It's like, it's like,
Well, I'm sure if you drink enough of it, you'll feel like that too. Huh. Well, my verdict is it's not bad.
yeah, it doesn't suck.
I mean, I could drink it.
Yeah, it's definitely an acquired taste for sure.
Mhm. You know, this would go great with like a salmon dinner.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Like I can totally feel that.
yeah. Maybe like a Mediterranean plate,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
salmon. Yeah, that would be really good with it.
Hmm.
It's definitely complex, isn't it? There's a lot going on in this.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
This is like, of the ones that we've drunk so far today, probably the hardest one to pin down.
Yeah. It's mathy. It's very mathy.
Please tell me you're about to play some math metal.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's, I don't know. I know math metal has a variety.
I was thinking something more like the... Now we're just making noise.
Yeah. That's kind of what it feels like in my head when I drink that, though.
Honestly, yeah. That's it's just confusion.
I feel like I should try that again, though, now that the Yeah. Let me take one more sip of this. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to pin down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Eh.
Yeah.
Still a bunch of confusion.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think there's any. I don't think there's anywhere getting around that. Yeah, that's quite a variety of beer right here, don't we?
Yeah. I feel like a frat boy. Like I should be waking up on the floor tomorrow. But yeah, do you want to try your home brews? Do you want to bring those out?
Sure. Why not?
All right. Okay, we are finally at the end of our show, the last part of the segment. And before we finish, I wanted to let you guys know that Austin here does home brews, and he makes his own beer. And he brought a few so we could try them out. So Austin, tell us a little bit about your beers and what you did.
Well, first of all, just want to let you know this is not Mickey's. I just used some leftover bottles, just to bring them over here.
Okay.
So today I just did a few batches for fun. This is a Goza, which is similar to this guy actually, without the pomegranate.
Okay.
This has jackfruit and banana instead.
Okay. So it's a sour?
Yeah, it's a sort of a wheat sour, really
Okay.
light wheat sour.
Okay.
Kind of like picture a cross between that and Budweiser. That's what this is.
Okay, interesting. We'll try it. Okay. I can smell the banana. It's like really thick and fruity.
Mm.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah, it's changed a little bit, hasn't it, actually, since last time I tried it. So yeah, that's the funnest part about homebrewing is that it's kind of like cooking. You just like, oh, what do I have?
It's different every time.
Yeah. And next one we have is gonna get a little bit more intense.
Okay.
This is actually a this is a beer I made for Ainsley, my fiance, and she wanted me to make like a very low alcohol beer because she loves drinking, but she doesn't like getting drunk that much.
Yeah.
So it's like, I like to drink, but I don't want to get drunk with others or whatever. So I made a very, very low alcohol stout. So this is like the polar opposite of the s'mores, basically.
Okay.
It's very, very light, very, very, very dark, but there's like almost nothing. Oh. I'm sorry. This is the super alcohol beer. That's the non-alcoholic one.
But it's real smooth.
So let me go back. This beer is this beer has no alcohol in it. You're just like, I call bullshit on that. Did you put a little rubbing alcohol in its place? So this beer is actually 25%. And this is this is a beer I made about 3 years ago, and it was like my third or fourth homebrewing project. And I decided that I just like wanted to I just jumped into homebrewing. I was like, I just want to test the boundaries of homebrewing. Like where's the edge? I don't want to start off small. I want to go to the edge. And I was like, what's the highest? You brew beer to make alcohol. What's the highest alcohol beer you can make before it's illegal or whatever? And I went to the homebrew supply, and they're like, yeah, there's actually a yeast strain that can is just that can go up to 25%. And I'm like, 25% of what? I don't know the terms, but 25% ABV, 25% alcohol, because what yeast does, and the reason why there's the difference between beer yeast and wine yeast and all these different kinds of yeasts is beer yeast usually doesn't go past 9%, and because the yeast is a little bit weaker, and it'll actually die in its own environment once it creates enough alcohol. Okay. And wine goes a little bit beyond that, and somebody in a lab decided to make Spartan Viking,
the yeast of the gods.
Yeah, growing on the back of Thor or something like that, Thor's trimmed his beard hair in this, I guess, but, and it went up to 25%. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do that, and.
So basically, you want to numb your mouth so you don't taste it anymore, and you just keep drinking.
You should have tasted this 3 years ago. It when I first brewed it, it tasted like Guinness mixed with vodka. It was awful. So I put.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, but I put coffee, and then I let it steep in rum-soaked oat cubes.
Okay.
And I put 6 ounces of cold brew Kona coffee, and I put chocolate in there. And well, this is what it tastes like.
Let me try it again.
Yeah. Now that you know what it is. It's like that story of my stepmom when she eats pizza for the first time, and she's like, someone says, "Oh, this is cake." It's like, no, it's a totally different mental image now. So.
I mean, even knowing all of that, it's still a fairly smooth drink.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a sipper, not a drink.
Definitely. Actually, when I was brewing it, I had about this much. Usually there's always a little bit of liquid you have to throw out when you're brewing. There's some yeasty stuff in the bottom, and I was like, I don't want to throw this away because this beer was 4 or 5 times as expensive as a regular home brew because the amount of materials that went into it, and I was like, I don't want to waste it, so I just put it in a cup and I just drank it, and it fucked my afternoon. I had an interview somewhere, and I called in sick. It screwed up my 4 hours of my life. Just 1 cup of that. So
So hopefully lesson learned.
So yeah, that was this was my limit pusher. Was this one? So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So which you want to show the very opposite of that? So this is the opposite spectrum. This is one that
the can the bottle
right there. Yeah. So I want to make like a because usually when they make an alcoholic beer, they'll make a regular beer and they'll just then they'll just heat it to shave off the alcohol.
Okay.
And so I decided to just, instead of doing that, I just wanted to make like an extremely low alcohol beer to begin with.
Okay.
So this is what this is. It's like 1% or something. There you go.
Yeah, it's pretty light. It's not bad. Is there coffee in this one?
No, actually, those are just the malts
Okay.
I use that just kind of bring out that coffee flavor.
Okay. Cool. And it's a very unique taste for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's so limit, anti-limit.
They even each other out.
Yeah, it tastes like it's just like, oh, it's like bitter water. There's like nothing really there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but Ainsley loves it though, so yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I think that's pretty much it for the show. I mean, we got our drink on.
We got our guitar riff on.
Well, I mean, we didn't really drink that much. We tasted beers, and wrote guitar riffs on the spot, and some of them were decent. Some of them were not. But hey, that's the way things go, right? And so thanks for being on the show, and thanks for you guys for watching. And if you guys have any questions about homebrewing, if you want to learn more, or if you liked or did not like any of our reviews or talk about these beers or our guitar playing, honestly, it doesn't really matter. Like, go ahead and let us know. But we're just doing this for fun. So again, Austin, thanks for being on the show, and you guys, thanks for watching. And next month I will have another interview episode, and it's going to be something completely different. And in fact, I'm depending on which one it is, I may not have long hair anymore after this. So we'll see what happens. All right. Thanks for watching, guys.